Hello. So earlier today I got a 6.09 average of 5, my PB average of 5 for 3x3, and yeah, that took quite a long time to beat my last PB. My last PB was 6.33, which I got in April of 2020. And fun fact, I have since April of 2020, I have broken every single one of my PBs except for two, which is the average of 5 and single saw, which is 3.48. But now I just broke the average of 5, so only one left is the 348. But anyways, so yeah, I finally beat my average of 5, got a 6.09, and now I'll do a reconstruction of every solve in the average. So the way this video is going to work is I'm going to reconstruct each solve, and then after each reconstruction I will show the solve itself, the video of the solve itself. So first you'll see the reconstruction, then you'll see the solve in real time, the actual solve that happened. Nice job. Anyways, let's start with solve number 1, which is the 5.94. Okay, so for this, and also by the way, I do not, I never scramble with WCA orientation. I never pay attention to my orientation when I scramble a cube. So for these reconstructions, I will always be scrambling with white top and green front like WCA, but it will not, most likely not match the video. It will not match the color that I solved on in the video, but it will be the same solution. So anyways, for this solve, the 5.94, for cross, I did a ZY prime, and I did red cross. So for this cross, I actually did an X cross. So I noticed that when I solve this edge, this this edge right here will end up being solved. So that means I need to solve this corner. So what I did to do that was, instead of just doing R2 prime, I did R prime U R prime, so that this corner is here. And now I'm going to solve this cross edge, and also move this corner, and then insert the corner right here. So that solves the X cross. Then the second pair I had was this one, and then I saw this 3-move insert, and then I saw this 3-move insert. So, and then OLL and PLL. So that solve was only 46 moves, which is pretty efficient. It's probably because of the X cross and the 2 free pairs, and it was 7.74 TPS. So my second solve was a 6.46. So for this one, for inspection, I did X2, and I did white cross, or at least on this reconstruction, I'm doing white cross. So I noticed I could do an X cross with this corner, so I guess I didn't look far enough to see if I could do this, if I could also preserve this corner. Maybe it was just too difficult to preserve it or something. But I didn't even bother with that. And also, I never considered making an X cross with this edge either. The only X cross I made was with this corner and this edge. So anyways, and also the solution I did was a little bit weird. So I did this, and then solved this edge, and then here, I don't know why. What I should have done is this, but instead I did L2 U L F prime. So I don't know why I did it like that. Like, I should have done it a more efficient way. And then I insert this edge by going like this. So that's the X cross. And then rotate and solve this pair. And then it probably would have been better to do this pair first, because I don't have to rotate I mean, I guess I didn't end up doing an extra rotation, but it probably would have been better. But anyways, I did this pair. And then I did this without a rotation, and also for solving edges, like doing this. And then OLL, PL. And then here's an interesting alg for T-perm from U2 AUF. So, all right, so that was 646. That was 58 moves, 8.98 TPS. All right, so this is the 8.34. So right now I'm going to show an X cross solution that I missed. I'm not sure how I didn't see this, but it's super obvious. So all you have to do is insert this edge and then R prime F2, and that solves this edge and this corner. And yeah, I guess this edge is not in the best spot to put here, but that also creates a free pair, so that would have been way better. That could have been such a great solve. Like, look at this. But anyways, I'll now do the actual solution. So what I did was X prime, Y prime, and I did this green cross. So I did insert this edge and insert this edge, and then insert this edge. And then I guess I must have planned this in inspections, because instead of doing that, I actually did this, so I didn't have to rotate for this pair. So I did this pair, and then for some reason, I was not able to find an F2L pair, so I like looked back here, and then I finally saw this pair, and then this one, and then this one. OLL. Good. That was 8.34, 55 moves, 6.59 TPS. All right, so this next solve is a 5.87. So I did Z prime Y. I did orange cross, and also I think I planned I noticed that so I basically noticed that this corner would go here and this edge was going to go to here, and it was going to be a 3-move insert. So anyways, I did the cross like this, insert this edge, and then insert this edge and this edge, and insert this edge. Then I did this 3-move insert. And then the next pair I saw was this one. So here's an alternate solution to what I did. I'm not even sure if this is probably faster. Now, there's a couple ways you can execute it. You could do like that. But the combination of the D move plus the pulling with your right pinky finger, it's kind of awkward. So probably it might be better to just regrip to do that. But also the solution I did was also pretty fast. I'm not really sure which is better. Like, my solution is a little bit more moves, but it's slightly easier to execute, and it doesn't have a regrip. So I did this solution, and then I saw this pair, and then I saw this 3-move insert, and then here we have soon, and I did the alg from this angle, and then we have a G perm. So that was a 5.87, 54 moves, 9.20 TPS. So this last solve was a 5.82. Oh, I need to show. Okay, so here's WCA and then ZY. So this is a pretty interesting well, not the cross itself, but the set for the first pair was there's a 3-move insert right here. I'm not entirely sure why I rotated. Well, here, I'll just do the cross and then show you what I did. So basically I inserted this edge and this edge, and then this edge, and then rotate. So basically, here's the weird thing. I don't know why I rotated to here when it's probably better to rotate to here because then the F2L pair is in the back. But maybe I already saw this was going to be my second pair, so maybe, I don't know. But anyways, I rotated here and then did this and then this one and then this one. So here's a weird thing. I guess it's kind of hard to tell. Like, oftentimes it's easy to predict the PLL when you have this OLL. But I guess it was kind of hard to tell with this particular one. So I wasn't able to recognize the PLL very quickly, unfortunately. I kind of had a long pause, which is really disappointing. Considering this solve was 9.2 TPS, and I had a giant pause to recognize the PLL. But anyways, yep, that's a 582, or 582, 54 moves, and 9.28 TPS. So yeah, the interesting thing about this average of 5 is that at no point during the average did I realize that I actually had a chance to get a PB average of 5. I was just doing solves. I was mostly focusing on average of 12. That's what I usually focus on. And like when I got the 5, like basically my chances of getting the average of 5 went up massively when I got the 587. But for some reason, when I got the 587, I had no idea that that was a counting 5. I had no idea that there was a counting 5 and a counting 6. So I didn't have any nerves whatsoever. I was just solving casually like normal, and I just so happened to get it. That's probably a huge factor as to why I actually got the average of 5, because most of the time if I realize that I have a chance to get a good average of 5, my nerves go up a lot and I mess up and am way too nervous to actually do a good solve. But since I was not nervous at all and I was completely unaware of what was happening, that's how I was able to get such a good time on the last solve, mainly 582. But anyways, that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching.